This is Gail of 876 Documents, and in this video, I am talking about proper telephone etiquette, especially when you're dealing with a business. You don't just call someone up and be like, hey, you don't say hi and then say nothing else. You don't just jump into your question. There are polite ways to communicate when you're trying to do business. It's the same as if you're having a personal conversation, but if it's business, let's keep it professional. I'll get into this and more right after this. All right, so if you are contacting a business, please, first of all, know what it is that you want to say. I tend to be very anal in the way I communicate. And so when I was younger and I lacked confidence, but I wanted to put myself across professionally and eloquently, I used to be so anal, I would rehearse what I was going to say. And if I had somewhere to go in the next morning and I had to speak with someone in a professional context, whether I was, a high school kid going to speak with the principal or the vice principal or the guidance counselor, I would rehearse what I was going to say. And I'm so obsessive that I would go over it and over it. The entire night I'd be going over it. So when I get there, I knew exactly what I wanted to say, and I don't stumble over my words. It's the same thing when you're about to make a phone call. Know what it is you want to ask. Say it in your mind, how you're going to open the conversation. So you're calling to find out how your child is doing at school, or has your child grades improved in math. You call and you coin whatever you want to say. I am calling to find out if Johnny has improved in math. You don't get into, Johnny was not doing good in math the other day, and I talked to you and you said you were going to help him. And so I'm calling because I want to know if he's improved. Because when he come home, when you're asking the question, do not put but or because. Ask the question so the person knows what it is you're asking. And then you can add the rest, but state the question. But let us rewind back to when the call opens. People will message me and they say, hi, or they just go straight into the question. And I always deliberately say, good day, how are you? And I leave the message. I'm not responding to someone asking a question without saying, hi, hello, can you help me? Would you be able to help me? I would like to know if, could you please tell me if? No, how much is our passport? Get a driver's license? I just say, good day, how are you? And then I move on. Because in college, my professor taught us, say the thing to the student how you want them to learn it. So you have to show, don't tell. So I leave it, and the person will come back and say, good day, sorry about my manners. Sometimes you would say, good day, how are you? And they would respond, I am well. They ignore the good day, and I go back in and I say good day again. It's annoying, I know. But when you contact a business, say hello, good afternoon, hello, good morning. In America, we say how are you? You don't have to. In the South, they say how are you, and they ask about everybody in your family and all of your ailments. But I am in the North, and we say how are you as a formality. My best friend hates that. He's fresh off the boat. But when you contact a business, especially if you live in America, you're in Rome, so you know what the Romans do. Hello, good day. I would like to know if, could you please tell me if, is there any chance you would know if? And then you ask the question. Don't stumble over your words. Know what it is you want to know. Now, a little deeper into this whole calling an office or calling an agency. When you're calling for information, be ready to hear the answer. And I mean actually hear what you're being told. A lot of times I'm talking to someone, and as I am giving them the answer to the question they ask, they are speaking, and so I stop talking. And if they keep talking and talking, I say, excuse me, I'm very sorry. Were you asking me a question? They say, yeah, but I said, well, may I please answer then? And then I'd have to pause them so they can actually hear me, because most times we call, we're not actually listening. And when we get off the phone, and this happens so many times, when we get off the phone, we don't remember what was said because we were not paying attention to the answer. When you're telling me something, I am listening to you. For deeper understanding, I will ask you some questions. and it's if I am collecting information from you. So I go to the bank and he says to me, Ray, rollover investment. I say, okay, so you said investment, rollover, 2 years. Okay, could you please explain whatever? So I listen to it, I hear it, I hold it in my mind, and I continue to listen, and then I ask what I have to ask about it. If you're calling to receive information, say you're calling me to find out what you need to get a passport or how to do something, be ready with a pen and paper to write it. Many times people will, well, everything I give you is in writing. So everything I say to you, I already have it pre-written. So I send it to you so you can reread it and decide if you want to use the service. But a lot of time persons will call me and they will say, well, I applied for my passport through this person some time ago and I don't get it back. And I'm saying, hold on, please. Tell me, when did you apply? Who did you apply to? And what did they tell you? I don't remember. Or they say, I applied to the consulate and I called them and they said, I need so and so. Them say, the page never do good. What page? When you say what was not done good, could you qualify it? So when you're speaking to the person, when the person is telling you what is needed, you have to ask questions. Be ready with your pen and paper to write the answers down. Someone called me today and they said someone had helped them to get a passport, but the passport was supposedly delivered, but they never received it. It's been a year. I felt very sorry for them. The person who helped them with it said they couldn't do anything because it was already delivered or should have been delivered. I am not sleeping until my clients get their passports in their hand and send me. When I say send me a picture, many of them send me a video. I want to see that they get it. DHL will tell me it's been delivered, but I have to see them send me a picture of it. The person today said to me, they were told that the passport was with immigration. Where? I said, where is it? They said they didn't ask. I said, which immigration has it? They said they didn't ask. I said, then how would you contact the immigration? They don't know. Somebody can't say something so vague to you and you don't ask. It's important. It's at immigration. Immigration where? In Jamaica? Immigration in America? Why is it with immigration? But even before the why, how do I contact immigration to get it? People will call me and they'll say, I spoke with a lady at the embassy. And I'll say, what is her name? I didn't get it. What is her number? I didn't get it. What's her extension? I didn't ask. You have to ask. Whenever you call anywhere, and it's not passport, not anything specific, but anywhere you call. When the person come on the phone, you tell them your name. You say, good afternoon, my name is X. May I know your name? You write down them name. If I even them first name, you write it down. Whatever them give you, you write it down. And if you can't spell it, say, could you please spell that for me? It don't have nothing to do with that, whether or not you can read or you can write. Names are unique and they can be spelled in a million different ways. Write down the name. You say, may I get your extension number? Because normally it's one phone number and a bunch of extensions. So you say, may I get your extension just in case the call is disconnected? May I get your extension? So that if the person promises to call you back but they don't call you back, you can call them back. So you say, may I get your extension so I could call you back in case I don't get a call back from you? May I get your email address? If they tell you they're going to have someone call you, say, when may I expect this call? Don't just take what you hear and walk away and then you're totally confused. People come to me to help them fix applications and understand, what they're told. Some send me the letter for me to read it so that I can explain to them what's needed. When you speak with these persons, you have to get information. You spoke with your kids' school and they said, XYZ, you have to do this. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to do this. Where do I go to get this done? Do you know who I may ask for at this place when I go there to get it done? All of these questions you have to ask. You can't come off the phone, not know what to do, feel helpless, and then don't do anything, because this is the end result. You have no phone number for the person you just spoke with. You don't know their extension. You don't know when to expect the call back from them. And so you end up in a debilitating state. And so you do not act. And so persons contact me all the time to say, it's been 2 years and I haven't gotten it as yet, because they tell me that something was wrong and they reject the application. And most of what I'm saying is in the context of passport. All right, so let us recap, because I said a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of stuff to say, as I've said in my previous video. I've had so many things I wanted to make a video about. So let us recap. First of all, mind your manners and mind your phone etiquette. When you call someone, say, good afternoon. Could you please tell me Could you help me? Would you happen to know? Be polite. If you're texting someone, it doesn't kill you to say good day. You don't have to say how are you, but at least say good day. Some say hello. My UK clients always say hiya. Hiya. It's very informal. Um, the next thing that grinds my gear is when persons say hi and say nothing else. I don't know if it's a scammer trying to scam me. I don't know if it's somebody who needs help. If you're going to contact me or contact anyone, don't just say hi. Say hi, could you please tell me if so and so? Anyway, so that is be polite, mind your manners, know what you want to ask and state it clearly. Listen for the answer, write down the key points. When the conversation has ended or when it begins, get the name of whomever you are speaking with if there is to be a follow up. If you do not understand anything that is being said to you in that moment, hold it in your mind and ask, and then jot it down. Or if you don't have a pen and paper, if you're in front of the person, say to them, could you please write that down for me? And ask for their extension, ask for their phone number, and ask when you can expect them to contact you. And again, this applies to school, it applies to the doctor office, it applies to the DMV, it applies to passport, it applies to anything you're dealing with someone else. These are just common practices and common etiquette. There was one more thing I was going to say, and it slipped me. All right, so there was one more thing, but it will come back to me, and there's always time to make a next video. So I am Gail of 876 Documents. Please leave a comment. Don't troll. Leave a comment letting me know what you agreed with, if there's anything I need to expound upon. That's pretty much it. And please like, follow, and subscribe. I would love to get to 10,000 followers. Anyway, thanks. I'm Gail of 876 Documents. Thanks for watching.